Another month, another tier list. Actually, I think I'm late this month, and not, I'm not talking about periods. I think no, I'm exactly a month. Okay, that's pretty good. So a month has passed, and new characters have released. A bunch because I'm re-ranking the. Oh yeah, I couldn't find it. Here it is. I'm re-ranking the old AOT characters as well since they got buffs and relics. Yeah, before I actually go ahead and take a look at the new characters, I'm gonna be talking about some small changes I've made since last time. Put down Scotty because right now Scotty is not meta, that's for sure. With Bond not being as used, I'm not gonna put down Bond though because I still think he's really good. It's just almost no one's using him. With way less people using Bond, it's not reliable to use Scotty anymore. And I have put down Zeldris as well, only because why would you ever use Zeldris? Like, that's the problem. He's still very strong, but if you have Zeldris and the enemy team has Demon King, very likely you're going to lose. So I think it's only a fair downgrade for him. And he already has a relic, so his peak is already done for. That one ultimate is down. Listen, he held on for a little while, but he's down, and the reason why he's down is because the only reason why people use the one ultimate right now is because he has good CC, so people use him in the back for CC. That's it, and I'm not gonna consider that meta character. Have I put someone up? I don't think so. Melaska remains here. Last time, the reason why Melaska was here was because the combo, right? Scotty and Melaska, but now it's Scotty and Demon King. Melaskula and Demon King. Melaskula is very annoying to deal with when paired up with a Demon King. Very, very annoying. I was thinking of putting up Fraudrin because there's a decent amount of Fraudrin Demon King teams, but I don't think they're as good. They're really good against bots, so if you want to use them for top 100, they're very good. But against real players, because, there's no reason why they wouldn't just target your Demon King, right? There's no much reason to use Fraudrin. Rimuru. Was thinking of not even putting him up here and keeping him down here, but very good against Demon King. Very good on a tier team, on ungeared. Very, very good against Demon King, so I think he deserves it for the time being. Probably will be down by next tier list though. Very likely. Yeah, I think those are the most notable. Oh yeah, I deleted a whole tier. So I had meta, sub-meta, competent, and then can be fun to use. I deleted the competent and merged it with can be fun to use. You know why? Because right now in the game, if a character is not meta or sub-meta, and even the sub-meta ones, they're not usable. Right? I cannot call a character competent if you're using them and they completely hinder your team from winning. If you still want to run like King or I don't know, like one of these characters, like they're gonna hinder your team, right? You are going to lose because you're using them. But if you want to use them for fun, that's your choice. They're not garbage like the garbage tier, but they're not great either. So yeah, this is how the meta is right now. It's like if you're not top tier, you are nothing. So yeah, let's talk about the new characters. Margaret, for PvP, she's garbage. She's a demonic beast character. So Matrona. Now Matrona is an interesting one, and thankfully Grand Cross database does not have Matrona. Understandable, why would it? Wow, they really plowed down on this Matrona on the wiki, huh? Matrona's not bad. You see, her passive, I think, can be very good for Hero Arena. Now, I mentioned last tier list that I was thinking of either making like a brand new Hero Arena tier list, or maybe just merging it. And a lot of people were like, saying, yeah, you should make a separate tier list for Hero Arena, and I will. It's not on this video. On this video, I'm still gonna have PvP and PvE. The reason why, by the way, is because Hero Arena is not PvE. The characters that work in Hero Arena are the ones that have PvP passives. characters that have, for example, Mikasa, right? Mikasa's Holy Relic only works in PvE. So it doesn't work on Hero Arena because PvP passes work in Hero Arena. It's so stupid. So I can't put him on the PvE tier list, but it doesn't feel right putting him on the PvP tier list either. So what I'm going to do is, whenever a new season comes out, I'm going to make that video on the best teams and best units. I'm waiting for a new season just in case they make big changes. So, because I don't know, maybe next Hero Arena they actually snap and understand that it should be counting PvE passives and it counts, right? So I'm not going to do it right now. Alright. Matrula is pretty good. It's just, right now in the meta, so I'm not going to put her in garbage. I think that she can be fun to use. I think paired up with Eren. Just saying that sentence doesn't sound very good, right? Because Eren's not very good, but the healing can be very strong. It's just not doing much, is she? She's not doing much. Alright, the new AOT characters. New ones or old ones first? New ones, whatever. I don't have like a wiki or something with the information, so I'm just gonna have to say Levi, right? This is the most difficult one because Levi is bearing on not being a meta character and being a meta character. He has design flaws that really make me think, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna say that he's in the same tier as Demon King, right? But at the same time, he can put out some good damage against Demon Kings. When you face any team, and I mean any team that isn't Demon King, you are screwed. 7 Deadly Sins, which isn't very often that you're facing 7 Deadly Sins, you practically lost if you're using Levi. He's just so garbage. So unbelievably garbage. The restriction of having to remove a buff from the enemies to apply the debuff is just so terrible. Such terrible design. Such terrible design. So I really want to put him in meta tier, but I just don't feel like I should. I genuinely don't think that I should. I will. I will because he is very strong. And when you're using him alongside Bond and stuff, he feels very strong against Demon Kings. It's like a very big 50-50 for me. Very big 50-50. I definitely need to use him more specifically. I've used him quite a bit, and I've got opinions from people as well. I've got opinions from people that are good at the game, and they're also like confused. Like, is he? Like, regardless, if I do keep him here, right? I guarantee you next tier list is going down. Because this is a character that I know will not have longevity. From looking at his kit and looking what he does, I just know for a damn fact he doesn't have longevity. And, I mean, that is very unfortunate, right? I just know for a fact that regardless of where I put here, he's going down. But right now, you can definitely put some work with him. I'm just gonna, just knowing the next tier list, I'm gonna put him, I know, I guarantee you. Like, they would have to release Chaos Arthur as the next festival and somehow make it work well with Levi for him to, like, go back to meta. Like, genuinely, because they would have to either make, like, Chaos Arthur that gives a buff to the enemies that is, like, actually a negative, but it counts as a buff, and then Levi can remove it. Like, something like that, because this design flaw is so terrible. Maybe by the time the collab leaves or Global gets the collab, he gets another buff. In that case, well, I can predict the future, right? If he does get another buff, because he already got a buff, then perhaps he can go up. But as of now, I don't know, man. He is very good. It's just, is he good enough? I don't think so. Eren. Oh. Eren. How disappointing. So, the thing about Eren is that people over-exaggerate how bad he is, right? He is not great, right? He is not amazing. But people have been over-exaggerating how actually bad he is. He is, like, at the bottom here. There is no top and bottom, really. I made it like a little bit more organized last time, but there's no top and bottom. But if there was a bottom of sub-meta, he is there. right? He might actually be down here. Like, he's just... The thing about Eren is that you might see, for example, right? Let me open my channel here. Let me open my channel. You might see, right here, on my beginning clip here, right? Eren goes crazy. So, boom, like 274, level 1 debuff card. Whoa! And then, whoa! You see that? I cut off because I want you to watch the whole video, but... but, like, whoa, he does so much damage. The thing is, he only does that much damage to red units. That is it. Obviously, you think, well, he's a blue unit. Of course he's going to do more damage to, you know, red units. But it's part of his passive. Your characters do more damage to enemies when you have type advantage over them. The big issue with that passive, the huge issue, is that, one, Demon King literally exists. And he's dark. So is Purgatory Valley. And the best unit to run with Eren is Bon, which is light. These attributes don't have type advantage over others. Dark, kind of, but not really. Like, it doesn't count as that, as the wheel. It's not it's not part of the wheel, right? So, not only the passive barely works against most of the people you're gonna face, one of your allies can't even use it. Also, a huge characteristic of his passive is that he heals giants. What giant are you running with Eren? I mean, if you're running a Bondien team, sure. But let me tell you, if you're gonna run Bondien and Zeldris, you might as well run Lost Vein. You might as well run Lost Vein at that point, alright? You're already putting yourself in not using Demon King territory. You might as well put Lost Vein. So, I don't know, man. Eren, poorly designed character, not tested. You can tell these characters were not tested. Or if they were tested, that this collab was like... The characters were green-lighted and designed months ago, before Demon King came out. Because I cannot believe that these characters were designed post-Demon King. It just sounds wrong. So, yeah. Yeah. Eren could honestly be down here. For all I care. He's not as bad. No, he's not as bad as these characters. I'm over exaggerating how bad he is right now, but he's really like, for a brand new collab character, which people always downplay collab characters. Collab characters are good. Like look at the top tier right here. we have Echidna and Rimuru still here. Like, Rimuru was like, honestly, the collab character that I think is the gold standard. He's not the best right now, like the best unit. He's really mostly here for his like buff removal and stuff like that, and his infect. But when he came out, he was like a gold standard unit. He was a top tier character with like very little flaws, very tanky, very reliable. Not every character can be like Rimuru anymore, I guess. Old AOT characters. Garbage. Can be fun. Garbage, the relic makes for nothing. The very small stat buffs make for nothing. Mikasa, garbage, the relic is PvE only as well. Levi, I only don't put him in garbage because I want to be nice. That's the extent of it. Yep. Let's go to PvE now. Very cool AOT characters. PvE is gonna be fast. So I didn't make many changes because, I mean, what is there? I don't think Labyrinth is a game mode that I highly attribute when making the list because it's just so variable. Characters that are generally good in PvE are going to be generally good in Labyrinth, and that's the only new PvE activity we've had in months. So, yeah. Let's just talk about the new characters. Margaret is going to be at the top because she is a monster on the Snake Beast. So much so that I would just be like, you know, if you don't have Margaret, I wouldn't play that boss. It's always like that, right? When, you know, Tonar came out, especially her relic. I was like, if you don't have Tonar, don't play dogs. Like, wait until you get Tonar. And it's the same case right now. Matrona is a hard one because I feel like she should be really crazy in PvE with her healing and stuff like that. But is she though? It's like the characters have to be debuffed. And that's not something that happens every like PvE game mode, right? She's alright. The way I see it, she's like a worse Red Matrona. Where's Red Matrona? She's here. I'll put her a tier below Red Matrona. The way I see it, she's a worst Red Matrona. And that's the end of it. The OT characters. Let's go the old ones first. Garbage. Mikasa. Mikasa is an odd one. Because I am pretty damn sure she's gonna be very good for scoring points on final boss. And right now on guild boss, I saw there's some people using her already on the current one. So I definitely should put her up. And I'm gonna put her up here. So I think I need to dissolve this tier this tier right here as well. I'll do that next time. I've already done it for the other list. Yeah, I should dissolve this tier. You know, PvE has also become like squishier and squishier on how many characters you can actually run in, you know, harder stages. I put her here alongside like characters that are good for guild boss. Final boss, I don't even know if she's gonna be the best because the unknowns, you know, have a lot of stab buffing, but her basic stab buffing for humans could be very good. And if you don't have, like, for example, Fur's Holy Relic, or you don't have someone else, like you don't have Echidna, right? Then I think Mikasa is going to be a very good alternative for still getting a good score on the final boss, even though you don't have the most optimal of teams, right? So I think that for Dash is really good. Levi and Aaron are just trash. Aaron is, I think he's just garbage. Could he be good for... No. He's just garbage. I'm trying to think, like, can Levi be good for something? Anything PvE related in the game. It's like, I think he's going to be good for Hero Arena, but that's not PvE, right? Because the game doesn't think it's PvE. So, if the game doesn't think it's PvE, I guess I don't either. I really don't want to rank these characters so low, but it's just like... No, I have to rank him this low, because, like, okay, like, obviously when you look at this, right, obviously, like, I need to put some characters down, because, I mean, this bottom tier right here, I need to dissolve this. These are all garbage characters these days, like, yeah, I'm looking at these are all garbage characters these days. It's very sad that, you know, a year ago, I would consider these characters are still somewhat runnable in some PvE activities, but, not really, right? Maybe, no, not Nashi. Okay. I guess I haven't seen him. I haven't made sure that he was changed in a while. It's like, Aaron, you need to apply debuffs to the enemy, right? What? Okay. In case a final boss can be debuffed, I think he could be usable. But Levi is just like, you gotta remove the buff. I guess if the boss is a buff. I'm really like being like, okay, I can't put these guys like so low. I can't. But I generally would say these are not characters I would ever run for any PvE activity unless maybe Aaron could be a good basic stat increase combo with Mikasa, because Aaron buffs his own basic stats per human or giant. He's not buffing anybody else, but he's buffing himself. So maybe that buff to himself could give him stats enough that he can be good for points. I'm really like trying here. So yeah, that's about it. Yep.